as long as health cases don't fall outside of their areas of expertise. Access across the state, especially in rural and underserved communities. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Lisa Hale for 97.9 WGBW News.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Jordan Love back at camp. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports from the Packers joint practice sessions with the Colts here in Indiana. Quarterback Jordan Love rejoined the team after having surgery on his left hand in Los Angeles Tuesday.
Had a thumb injury, torn ligament in my thumb. We did a surgery to repair it. It's UCL injury. So, just had a surgery and, on the road to recovery.
Love with a cast that covers his left arm. The Badgers training camp continues in Madison. Have they improved their D-line? Defensive coordinator Mike Tressel.
I feel really good about the front four in terms of depth. I think we can really keep them fresh, which is critical. I mean, it's great to be bigger and stronger and longer and all that stuff, but if you're tired up there, fatigue makes cowards of us all, right? So I'm really excited that we're going to be able to keep them fresh there.
Baseball, the Brewers in Cincinnati tonight to take on the Reds at Great American Ballpark. Milwaukee hoping to tie a franchise record of 13 wins in a row. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
Local news, weather, and sports on air and streaming on the Civic Media app. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Through the weekend, mostly cloudy, warm, and muggy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong with areas of heavy rainfall. Low tonight near 70, high tomorrow mid-80s, upper 70s Sunday. It gradually starts to dry out into next week. We're sitting at 84 degrees right now.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative,
and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
The Dr. Kristen Larley Show.
When a Gen X mom asks 3 Gen Z guys if America is worth saving, it's a conversation.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who likes to dine and dash, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Night Light, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, great to have you here on this Friday night as we do a deep dive into the things that make us happy, folks. It's Friday to begin with, so we should all be happy. And there's lots to discuss this evening. On this gorgeous summer night, we are in City Deck Landing in downtown Green Bay. I hope wherever you are in the state of Wisconsin, you're having a positively lovely night. Conrad, how are you tonight?
You know, something did make me happy today.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the gym, and I'm doing this new program that makes me sweat through my shirt.
Yeah.
And some gym bro came up to me and gave me nucks, and he says, good bleep.
S?
Good poop.
The S word.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? That makes me feel really good today. Thank you.
Like he was giving you a compliment.
Yeah, because he saw how hard I was working, and my shirt was just wet.
That sounds like a pickup line to me. I'm just saying. That's good. What were you doing? What kind of exercise got you that?
Well, I was doing back in biceps today, but it's all supersets today. That's the new thing I've been doing.
That's a great workout.
Just gets me, and I get my workout done faster, which I like too.
You get it done faster, and you get like a cardio workout, even though you're doing weights, which I think is huge. I try to do that too.
I also played a little bit of I was just warming up and playing basketball in the gym that they have.
Oh, nice.
And the gym that I go into, they like don't have AC in the gym, the gymnasium. So it's like there's
That's
AC.
insanity.
There's AC outside of that gym, like by all the workout equipment. But as soon as you step in there, it's like 100 degrees. They got one fan blowing.
That's awful.
So I mean, if it's good though to get you sweaty right away.
Yeah, but I think sweat is like overrated. I don't think you really lose any more weight by sweating. You just lose water.
Yeah, well,
and
it makes you feel good, you know,
potential
like you
could
did something.
die, you know.
Well, that's why I always have a massive water bottle with me.
Here's the thing. I drove here today, as I often do, on Highway 41. I never change it up. I am starting to think, here's the deal. Two people, again, in the same corresponding, they're both going like 65. They're going the speed limit in the same lane. This went on for 2 or 3 minutes. Guy in front of me, I'm in the left lane. Comfortable distance, 2 seconds, wouldn't move. It took another guy flying around me on the right to go right up on his tail to get the guy to move. It's like, that's what you have to do to get people to obey by the rules. Drive like a maniac. And I started thinking about this. My trips down here get more annoying all the time. And I think God is just laughing. I think, and listen, if I were God, that's what I would do. I would mess with people non-stop. Put a slow driver in front of that guy. See what happens. Have no parking for 3 miles. That kind of stuff. That's what I would do. I would mess with people. I created everything. I have license to mess with things. That's what I would do if I were God.
And then he, to make it even more annoying, he makes the annoying people famous.
Well, that's part of it. He or she, Conrad. Do you have proof?
Yeah, no,
I don't know either.
I don't.
I'm open-minded.
But, why did he make Kanye West famous?
Kanye West, just to play devil's advocate, did have talent. He was
He
a
did,
brilliant,
he
as I understand it, I don't own anything by Kanye West, but he is massively respected for his early work.
Yes.
You know who I would go for with that, with no talent?
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. The whole crew.
Or anyone.
The whole clan.
I think.
Stupid brother, too.
I don't think anyone has any talent outside of running in that family.
And that was Caitlin.
Yeah.
Right. You got a decathlon winner, and then there's like a big, massive
just
nose
straight,
dive.
yeah, straight decline.
Fun show tonight, folks. My pal Lisa Hale is on the show. Lisa is the host of New Wisco Weekend here on. You can listen live on. Is it Saturdays and Sundays still, Con?
Yep.
Okay. You can listen live on Saturdays or Sunday here on WGBW or WISS, or you can catch the podcasts on civicmedia.us. It's a great show focusing here on Northeast Wisconsin. Lisa does a phenomenal job. She also covers news for Civic Media here in Northeast Wisconsin. She is a huge fan of the show Dexter. So we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now because I just started watching the show. I'm almost 4 full seasons in. Very excited to have some serial killer talk with Lisa Hale, when I mentioned it, she went crazy. So I'm excited to talk about that with Lisa. And then it is a bar band Friday night. And unfortunately, the segment's namesake could not be here tonight. Terry Barr is taking the night off, well-deserved. And we are going with the righty out of the bullpen, also known as our pal Rocker. Rocker is also a fun participant in Bar Band Friday nights. He will be here at 7:35, and we will talk about Wisconsin music. Hey, how fun was that last night?
Oh, that was...
Those guys were fantastic. Horace Green.
I listened to their new song.
Cream?
And, wow, it's great. It's fantastic. If you get a chance, listen to it. I listened to it on Spotify, and, their acoustic version was so close to actually how they produced it.
Oh, was it really?
It was great.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it sounded a little bit like the song Kiss from Prince. And Tony has such a cool voice when he does that falsetto. It was really fun to have those guys.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more Wisconsin music tonight for Bar Band Friday night. A quick reminder, Monday night, native Wisconsin son David Zucker will be on the show. David Zucker is also the writer, producer, director of Airplane, the original Naked Gun, Top Secret. He also directed Scary Movie. The guy's got a list of credits a mile long, and he is going to be on Night Light at 6:35 on Monday night. Very excited to talk to David Zucker. And that's one of those things, like, I just grew up watching his movies. And it's so much fun when you get to talk to people that had such an influence on your life. It just makes it that much more exciting. So I'm very excited to have David on the show on Monday night. And what else we got? I think we should why don't we get to our question of the night? Here's our Nightlight question of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Question. Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
What famous person are you glad you're not related to? What famous person are you glad you're not related to? Like, most people, at least growing up, I remember if somebody met somebody famous, it was like the greatest thing ever. But I think we've gotten a little more jaded as a society. There are people I would walk right past and not even acknowledge. I can't stand them so much, even though they're famous. And then there are other people, like I've told my story about meeting Chevy Chase at an elevator when I first got to LA. That was fun. Those are fun, but who would just turn your stomach if you found out you were related to them? More simply, what famous person are you glad you're not related to? 855-752-4842. 855-75-CIVIC. You can text us on the Civic Media app if you're listening there. And if you are watching the radio on the stream at X, Facebook, or YouTube, drop us a stream comment. And also, if it's not too much trouble, give us a like or a follow while you're on any one of those platforms. Always great to hear from you guys either way. But let us know. Be part of the show. Tell us what famous person you are glad you are not related to. You and I both responded to the social media post. Who did you say?
I said Kanye West.
Kanye. Wow, you got a thing about Kanye West.
Well,
what happened?
I mean,
he's crazy, but
the stuff he's been saying is like, I don't think anyone wants to be even close to him.
I'm out of the loop. Did he say something new? You probably can't repeat it on the radio, or wouldn't want to. But
you can't. But just some of that stuff, it's terrible. I don't get why he still has a platform to say stuff like that.
If I Google it right now, will it come up?
I'm sure a lot of stuff will come up.
Plus, he's married to a woman who he expects to be naked whenever they go out in public, which that's kind of a big ask.
Yeah, I'm just surprised he hasn't been like banned on X with all the stuff he said on there.
Oh no, that's free speech, Conrad. You can't. What a joke that is too. X has become just bots and horrible people. I can't believe some of the quotes I read.
Oh yeah, there's this.
It's not even political. It's just hate.
It's bad. You know, I was very active when it was Twitter still.
Yeah.
And it just like every single thing I see on X now, I'm like, all right, well, that's enough of X today.
Yeah.
And when it was Twitter, I actually had fun on Twitter all the time. All the sports news I could read, all the stuff like that. Now it's just, I don't know.
I mean, I still go there for news sometimes when I feel like my other sites aren't up to speed necessarily. There are people there I trust on Twitter that will tell me stuff, but it's just, I can't. And the problem is I can't not read the quotes from people I know I'm going to seriously dislike. And Twitter knows that. And then they put those things in front of me. Like, even if I'm going on to check something on sports, it puts the stuff that knows I'm going to hate first. So I spend time there. So it's really my fault. Hey, there's a new TV show out I'm excited about. Have you heard about Alien Earth?
I've seen probably 800 ads for the show.
Okay.
So
Still
I'm
not
aware.
convinced. Here's what I did. I do this once in a while. I was watching, into Dexter. I'm in season 4, which many people say is the best season. John Lithgow plays the serial killer that Dexter is probably going to end up killing at some point. But I thought, I'm kind of Dextered out. I want a break. So I switched over to Alien Earth. And as the show started playing, I went to Rotten Tomatoes and it had like 100% and like 90 reviews. Might not still be at 100%, but it's through the roof. And I thought, whoa. And I panicked. And I'm like, I can't watch this right now. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to watch a 100% Rotten Tomato show. I need to gear up. So tonight, I'm breaking out some non-alcoholic Blue Moon, maybe some popcorn, some cashews, something. I got to approach this properly because the show is supposed to be great. And I'm extra excited because Noah Hawley, who turned the Fargo movie into a TV series, I think is brilliant. I like the TV series almost every season better than I like the movie. To me, that's how good Fargo is. So he is helming Alien Earth. So that's exciting. And I feel like it's going to be a great show. Right now, I believe it's at 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. So that means they probably got one bad review out of like 90. Which I can live with.
That was me.
That was you?
Yep.
Wow, you got certified. Now, this is interesting. 76% on the popcorn meter, which is the lay people. So they're batting 95% on with critics, 75% on the popcorn meter, which is audiences. That's interesting. I wonder what happens.
By the way, I wanted to go back to. Did you say John Lithgow is the murderer?
He's the murderer. He's so creepy.
I cannot picture that guy as a murderer.
Oh, he's nuts.
Every single thing I've watched him in, he's like a nice dad figure.
Yeah, but he's a very good actor. I mean, he plays creepy really well. And in this the first episode that you see of season 4 on Dexter, he's not wearing clothes. I'll just say that. And the actress that is in the scene with him, I hope they tripled her rate because you just have to see it. It's so weird. But it hooks you, and a lot of people say season 4 is the best season of Dexter too. So we'll ask Lisa Hale about that at 6:35. You can send us your thoughts on Sex and the City. That's over too, folks. And just like that, the sequel, people are not happy with the ending. Did you see it? Let us know. 855-752-4842. Let us know what celebrity you're glad you're not related to. We are coming right back with a great clip from Superman. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You can do with my love. All right. Let you know, girl, you're looking good. You're out of sight.
From Ashwaubenon to Alloway, this is 97.9 WGBW.
The Cap Times Idea Fest is back with important local and national topics September 8th through the 13th in Madison. This year's guest speakers include Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, former Georgia lawmaker and voting rights activist Stacey Abrams, and Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers. Idea Fest will also feature some of the nation's leading journalists, from Maureen Dowd of the New York Times to Evan Osnos of the New Yorker, along with former Washington Post columnist Eugene Robinson and Jennifer Rubin. Tickets at captimesmediafest.com.
It's the Eco Minute, powered by Clean Wisconsin, your environmental voice since 1970. I'm Amy Barrio. Wisconsin's reputation as a climate haven has been shattered. First, dangerous wildfire smoke choked our skies. Now the Milwaukee area is cleaning up after storms dumped 7 to 14 inches of rain in one day. Experts say these kinds of catastrophic rain events are becoming more common with climate change. To make matters worse, most insurance policies in Wisconsin do not cover flood damage. A bear with its head stuck in a plastic jar has finally been freed. People across 3 counties in northern Wisconsin had reported seeing the bear since late July. USDA Wildlife Services finally caught up with him near Cable, Wisconsin, and were able to safely remove the jar. This week on the Defender podcast, join me for a behind-the-scenes look at what happens when you put hungry sheep on a Wisconsin solar farm. Listen at cleanwisconsin.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders.
innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and
As
1 million
Wisconsin
teachers
is
of color.
cheering on Bucky.
I get so lost sometimes.
Welcome back. You've got a Friday night version of Nightlight, folks. It's great to have you here as we close out yet another week with some great conversation tonight. Lisa Hale will be here. She is the host of New Wisco Weekend here on WGBW and WISS. A great show, and if you don't live in the area, you can listen to it in podcast form on the civicmedia.us. Check it out. Lisa does a great job, and she also covers news for Northeast Wisconsin for Civic Media. So she'll be here to talk about the show Dexter, our favorite serial killer, who's really just a good guy. Lisa will be here at 6:35. And then Rocker is filling in for Terry Barr tonight for Bar Band Friday night. Terry is taking a well-deserved vacation today, and Rocker will be here. And we really don't lose a beat with Rocker because the guy knows music, and especially Wisconsin bands. So Rocker will be here at 7:35. In the meantime, our question of the night is, what celebrity or famous person are you glad you're not related to? That is the question of the night. Please let us know what you think, and we will read your texts. I want to, this Sex and the City and Just Like That, I'm assuming, I don't mean to make assumptions, but you're not someone who watched Sex and the City, Conrad? Is that a safe assumption?
I watched it when I was younger because it had the word sex in it, but that's about it.
Yeah, it wasn't probably didn't deliver on what you were hoping for. My wife was a fan, and as I mentioned last night, we had a friend of ours, Willie Garson, was in the show, who we were friends with in L.A., and Willie was just a great actor. Willie was also in Kingpin. He's the guy.
Love that movie.
He's so funny. He says to Woody Harrelson, "Come on, give me something to read. I got to take a dump." And Woody Harrelson says, "Here, read the shampoo bottle." And Willie says, "I already read this one." Oh, such great stuff. But I saw a few episodes. I know the story. I did not watch And Just Like That, but people are not very happy with how it turned out. So if you have an opinion on And Just Like That in the finale, which aired last night, the series finale, let us know, folks. Would love to hear what you guys think. It's kind of like pretty universal, though, that people are unhappy with the ending. And again, I haven't seen it, but if you want to forum, if you want to complain, please let us know. What else? All right, so Conrad found this clip. I thought this was great. This is a great example. It's from the set of Superman, and it's a conversation between the director, James Gunn, and the lead actor, David Cornsweet, who plays Superman. And I love this back and forth between two creative brains on the set of this blockbuster that just came out 3 weeks ago. Let's hear it, Con.
The whole crew's sitting around waiting like, come on, let's shoot, let's get this done. So finally I walked off set and to talk to him in person. So great, but am I just demonstrating? So if I say that's what it is to be human, that feels like I'm trying to prove it still, as opposed to I really know it.
I think there's a little bit of that. I mean,
okay,
because
let me try
because
that.
The emotions are always lingering.
But isn't there something I felt like about myself since the recording came out? It's just been like, I don't belong. Everything's a lie. I'm not who I thought I was. When is this not the moment where I go, I was wrong to feel that way?
That's exactly where the issue is, right? Because what he didn't tell you was it was wrong to feel that way. There are feelings and there are thoughts. Your feelings about feeling bad are okay. It's not wrong for you to feel that way. You should it's not right or wrong anything. None of it is right or wrong. All of it is being vulnerable and being a human being. And in this moment, for you to talk about how it's okay to be vulnerable, you have to be vulnerable, which means showing Lex that your feelings are hurt. In the point when you really shouldn't. Great. Superman.
Great clip. Good find.
Yeah, I just, even just behind the screen, I felt his emotion for this scene, and you can really, if you watch the film, you can feel that scene at the end.
You do, and I love seeing the passion of these two guys, these two creative people. Like David Cornsweet, he's a good Superman. I liked it. I liked his performance. I love how intense he was. He wanted to nail this. He wanted the director to be happy. The director wanted the actor to be happy. Great on-set discussion. Love that clip. Folks, be part of the show. What famous person are you glad you're not related to? Conrad says Kanye West. I said the Nuge. Ted Nugent. No thanks.
Never really. Why not? What's wrong with him?
Well, first of all, he's got the whole pedophile label following him around.
I didn't know that.
I don't like his music. I think it sucks. And, I don't like him as a person. I don't like the things he says. He's very incendiary. He's very political, too, which, if you sing about stuff in your lyrics and it comes out, I'm fine with that, but I just don't like the guy. And Conrad says Kanye West. Not a huge fan of Kanye West either. And someone put Sean Combs. He's on my list, too.
Yeah, Diddy is not someone you want to
Between him
around.
and Ted Nugent, that's like, I don't need people in my life that look at women like that, regardless of age. I mean, Sean Combs just completely abused his power, apparently. Did you follow the trial?
Not really, but, I really...
It's pretty depressing.
Hard. Yeah, it's because Justin Bieber was like under his wing for a very long time.
And there's a lot of suspicion that Justin Bieber was abused too. And his behavior, I don't know if it has anything to do with this or what, but wow. He's having a tough time right now, apparently. So there you go. 3 people, Ted Nugent, Sean Combs, Kanye West. I would put the Kardashians on that list as well.
So if they were walking down the street, you just walk past them?
Well, what else would I do?
Kim, let me get a picture.
No. You know what I would do? Actually, we've been doing this thing where we take a picture through the window the last 3 nights. We've got a 3-game hitting streak going. We got to find someone to take a picture through the window tonight. If Kim Kardashian walked past, maybe I would do that.
Oh, that's it.
What else am I going to do? Ask her for legal advice?
I think if you walk down the street and you saw her, you'd be like, can I take a selfie, please?
You think, Conrad, you don't know me at all. This is Peach Schwaba Nightlight. We're coming back with some serial killer talk after the news. How can you miss that, folks, on a Friday night? Gee, did it. I'm Peach Schwaba. This is Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW. As Wisconsin is summer weekends being spent on the lake, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Lisa Hale with this local news update. Mark Murphy is going back to college. Not as a student, not as a professor. The former Green Bay Packers CEO and president will become UW Green Bay's first executive in residence. UWGB said Murphy will assist with strategic projects, sports sponsorships, and capital improvements. He'll also work to promote Phoenix athletics programs. A public hearing to discuss closing Green Bay Correctional Institution will be Tuesday night at 6:30 at Alloway Village Hall. State and local leaders will use this public hearing to address concerns and outline next steps for closing the aging facility. A 33-year-old Outagamie County woman is accused of using falsified records to collect food stamps and childcare. LaRae Cummings of Hortonville was charged in Outagamie County Court on Wednesday with 3 counts of identity theft and 1 count each of failure to disclose an event affecting eligibility and misstating facts on a food stamp application. According to the criminal complaint, Cummings collected $58,000 in food share and child care benefits over 5 years. Cummings will return to court on October 3rd for a preliminary hearing. A proposed bill in the Wisconsin state legislature would block certain medical debt collection actions. The legislation was introduced in the state Senate on Monday and would block those debt collection actions in cases where hospitals do not fully comply with price transparency requirements. The Department of Health Services would be responsible for monitoring compliance with the price transparency requirements, which would include hospitals keeping a full list of standard charges that is updated annually and accessible without a login or a paywall. I'm Lisa Hale for 97.9 WGBW News. WGBW.FM.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. How heartbreaking can show business be? Believe it or not, no one knows more than Matt Damon. Despite his crazy success, Damon said in a recent interview that he and acting partner in crime Ben Affleck both were up for roles in Dead Poets Society in the mid-'80s. Damon said he and Affleck both got called back for big roles. Not only did neither one of them land a role in the film, Damon said their summer job was at their local cinema, which Dead Poets Society played at all summer. More Matt Damon near-miss news. The Good Will Hunting star says director James Cameron offered him the lead in Avatar and 10% of the profits. Damon said at the time he was shooting The Bourne Ultimatum and knew he would be needed for post-production, so he turned Cameron down, along with probably what amounted to a few $100 million. In a business where getting a break or a little bit of luck is everything, Damon has still managed to eke out a living despite the big whiffs. God does not hate Matt Damon. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin is summer weekends being spent on the lake, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Through the weekend, mostly cloudy, warm, and muggy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong with areas of heavy rainfall. Low tonight near 70, high tomorrow mid-80s, upper 70s Sunday. It gradually starts to dry out into next week. We're sitting at 84 degrees right now.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
Jay Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming.
Welcome back to Nightlight, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, everybody. Great to have you with me. So we've been doing this thing where we've been taking a picture. Ed the Diver started it. He sent us some window love. He made a little heart gesture through the window. I took a picture. I posted it. Then I did my daughter's photo. I put that up there. And then last night, Conrad. So I went out during the break to look for someone, and there's this couple walking by. And I almost, they were an older couple. And I thought, this would be fun. And they looked like they just were about to get divorced. So I thought if I were to ask them to do this, maybe it would have saved their marriage. I don't know. But the guy could have taken a swing at me too. So we'll figure that out. Our question of the night, folks, is what celebrity or famous person are you glad you're not related to? Let us know and be part of the show. We'll read your text on the radio. Right now, I'm really excited. I've been waiting for this for a while. As I mentioned earlier in the show, I'm a big fan of the show Dexter. Not typically a huge serial killer fan, but Dexter's taken one for the team. He's kind of a good guy. And when my pal Lisa Hale found out that I was watching Dexter, she got all excited. And I thought it would be a good radio discussion, even though the show is kind of old. I'm just getting to it, but that's the nature of the beast here with all the content that's out there. Sometimes it takes us a while. So joining me now on Nightlight, as she has so many times before, is the host of New Wisco Weekend here on WGBW and WISS. And if you're listening elsewhere in the state, you can stream the podcast at civicmedia.us. It's a great show. Lisa does a great job. She also covers news for Northeast Wisconsin for Civic Media. So
that
she's
I
got
do.
a lot on her plate, and That is the voice of Lisa right there. Hi, how are you?
Hi there. How are you doing? I'm doing really well tonight. I hope you're doing fine too.
You're a busy girl, and I appreciate all the more you coming on the show to discuss on a Friday night when I know your husband is probably waiting there in the background to watch James Bond with you.
Actually, we finished all the James Bond movies.
Okay.
Now we're doing Kevin Smith movies, and we finished all the View Askew. We've done all the View Askew. Now it's time to do the non-View Askew Kevin Smith movies, the Jersey Girls, the Zack and Miris, the Red State, and then Yoga Hosers. Probably won't do Tusk because my husband hates that movie, but
I have to
Kevin
check those
Smith
out.
is-
I am not nearly up on Kevin Smith movies as you are. I saw the early ones, and I've got some legwork to do there. Well, are you a fan more of his early stuff or later stuff, Lise?
I really, really enjoy the View Askew universe, which is what we call the earlier stuff. The Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob. Love that entire series of movies. But I also really like when he veers off. I thought Red State was groundbreaking. Got a little silly in some spots, but I really thought Red State was an excellent, excellent movie. One of those that you'll continually talk about. Now, you will continually talk about Tusk too if you see that, but I do not recommend that movie.
Okay. Why don't you recommend it?
Because it is just weird. The concept of Tusk is this guy, a serial killer, so to speak, keeps getting people and creating them into animal type things. He turns a guy into a walrus for all intents and purposes. So it is really out there. Yeah.
So this is the thing with Kevin Smith. Critics are kind of split on him. Like if you love him, you love him. Especially the early stuff, but like Tusk, it doesn't look like people knew what to make of Tusk, critics or audiences, which I think is kind of funny.
And that's exactly it. It's one of those things. It doesn't fit into a little niche, and it certainly doesn't fit into the View Askew universe. So it's
That's
not
okay.
all. There's a phrase that Kevin Smith uses to describe his movies, and I don't know if it's appropriate to say on the radio, but it's all blank and fart jokes, and that's what View Askew is. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, you don't have to apologize for anything here, Lise. We are a open door policy. Whatever people like, we love it. So it's great to have you here.
When you said you were starting to watch Dexter, I was like, oh, let us start, because I've been a fan of Dexter since before the television show. I actually read the books from Jeff Lindsay.
My gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
So I've been a fan of Dexter and that anti-hero, the serial killer of serial killers, for years. And I don't know if you can see my toy. I even have toys.
Oh, wow. That's so great. I mean, it's interesting. Dexter is almost like he's a vigilante. He's almost like Batman in a way. He just goes really far with it, right?
Yes, exactly. He's an anti-hero, just like Batman is an anti-hero. And I believe it was season 2 when they actually kind of did skew it towards the vigilante side of him. There was the Dark Defender where people were talking about. But he's definitely kind of got that vigilante feeling. So you have just finished season 3, correct?
Yes, I'm 5 episodes into season 4, and I want to, just for people who haven't seen the show or don't know what we're talking about, Dexter came out in 2006. It ran for like 7 or 8 seasons. Dexter is a serial killer. He plays a he analyzes blood splatter at crime scenes for the police.
Right.
And he decides who should live or die, basically. Like he goes after people that slip through the cracks, the people that get away with it. They don't, because Dexter is going to get them. So he has this killer vibe or urge that from a young age, his father told him he had to corral. He has to check it and only use it for good. So you could argue whether what he's doing he should do or not, but it makes for great TV, doesn't it?
It really does. And the code that you're talking about, the code that his dad taught him. And, it goes beyond the original run of Dexter, like you mentioned, the 8 seasons. Then just recently, we have had Dexter New Blood, where we come back and we see he's come back a bit. And I'm not going to spoil the 8th season for you or anything, but he is there. And then we've had Dexter Original Sin, which shows us his beginnings, and it is fantastic. They did such a good job with casting that particular one, because they show Dexter as a young person, and they cast a really good person to play him. And then now we have Dexter Resurrection. So he's getting a lot of attention right now because he's got these reboots, so to speak, or this revisiting of the character now.
You just killed 4 of my questions with your
I'm so sorry. I told you.
Totally kidding. I might ask you to elaborate a little on those, but I want to keep the focus on the original, because
absolutely,
it's just such a groundbreaking. Like, when I first heard of this show, and this guy is a serial killer, and they had first of all, what's your take on Michael C. Hall, the guy who plays Dexter? Could you have cast a better looking person for that role?
He is perfect. He is exactly who I envisioned Dexter to be when I was reading it. Just an average kind of guy, red hair, just handsome, but not too handsome, blends in, but doesn't blend in. So it really,
but looks a little crazy. When at a certain point, like in season 2, I think it was Lila that painted him. The guy, it's a brilliant cast. I don't know what Michael C. Hall's credits were before Dexter, but you're right. He's a good-looking guy, pretty unassuming, but he has this crazy look sometimes where you totally buy. Not that all people with a crazy look are serial killers, but it's really fascinating. I thought they hit a home run with him.
They really did. Before Dexter, he was in 6 Feet Under. He played one of the sons in 6 Feet Under, and was really good in that. He had some bit parts here and there in some movies, but he also did a lot of stage work. And when he took a break from Dexter, he went back to doing some stage work too, and did a couple series. But now that he's back to Dexter, I'm all happy. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
really
I agree
is.
with you. My guest is Lisa Hale. She covers news for Civic Media here in Northeast Wisconsin, and she is the host of New Wisco Weekend, which you can hear twice over the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, here on WGBW and WISS.
On WISS, on WISS, you can hear it twice, Saturday and Sunday. On WGBW, it airs Sunday mornings at 8.
That's right. We have some of the changes I'm still coming to grips with, but it's a great show. Check it out. Lisa does a great job. And if you have an opinion, if you agree with Lisa or me, because I think it's great too, let us know. Text us at 855-752-4842. All right, so we've established Michael C. Hall is great. I also love the sister character, Deb.
Oh, Deb is
very
fantastic.
well cast, and she's just such a gritty person. She's very sexual, goes after what she wants. She's almost like I don't even want to say that because that sounds stereotypical, but she's she's just an enigma. She's a great character.
She is, and she's got such a wonderful potty mouth, and I absolutely love that about that character.
Same.
Her potty mouth is to die for. But in season 1, you see her just starting to feel her way in, but as the things go on, and she really comes into her own, and I really enjoy the development of her character. Now, there is a season where I just wanted to punch her, but I'm not going to get into that. So.
Okay.
That's awesome. There are seasons where you sit there and you go, why did they kind of skew it back or make her do this for her development and things like that? But I believe that was season 6. I wasn't happy with that.
Okay. Here's what I like about her too. I love that she's potty mouth and she's just does what her urges, whatever. She's great. But I love that she just loves her big brother too.
Oh yeah.
She is craving a relationship with Dexter, but he's so weird. He's so detached sometimes because of who he is. That's a great dynamic in the show as well, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they really, after you watch this run of Dexter, and then you get into the new series that are coming out, you'll also see that they keep that going in Original Sin when they revisit how they grew up together. And it's really very good the way they do that.
It's so great. And I don't know if you know this about me, Lisa. My background is writing, and I've written for TV and some movies. I feel like everything starts with the script. You don't have anything if you don't have a good script. Dexter, by season 2, probably, I was completely won over by the writers. I thought, what are they going to do here? How are they? This is a little implausible. How are they going to get out of this? And they did it. And it's so well written. And now I have total trust that whatever happens, it's going to make sense. And the writers, I trust the process.
And you can do that. Now, you just got through season 3, which I was not a fan of the Miguel Prado.
Okay.
It was an okay season. But
Jimmy
you're in
Smith,
season 4 now, right now.
Halfway through.
Which is the Trinity Killer as the big bad. And let me tell you, that is the best season of Dexter, period. The best season. The rest of them are okay. They're good. But the Trinity Killer, the best.
I'm excited. And I've heard you say that, and I've done a little research, and it seems to be that's a consensus. So I'm excited. I'm kind of taking my time. Whenever I know I'm watching something I'm going to like, and I just said this with Alien Earth, I took a break from Dexter last night. I started Alien Earth, and then I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. It was getting like 100%. I was like, whoa, I can't watch this. I need better snacks. I totally spazzed out. So Lisa Hale is here, folks. We're talking about Dexter. We're going to do a very short break. We'll get into a little bit more about Dexter and what's coming up on New Wisco Weekend. You've got Pete Schwaba and Nite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I feel like we're forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's get lost on Mars. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me.
As Wisconsin is hitting the road on your Harley. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Back to school is on the brain. That means new notebooks, pencils, new everything. And while the kids are getting ready to get book smart, it's time for you to save smart with Straight Talk Wireless. Switch now and get a free Moto G 2025 with 5G when you activate select plans. Now that's a smart call. Get Straight Talk covered by Verizon's 5G network. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Offer valid through 10/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Purchase of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required for offer. Must activate the plan in-store at Walmart. Cannot be combined with other offers.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Your local Civic Media radio station is your source for real news and great conversation, plus fun and exciting contests. For a complete list of contest rules, log on wgbw.fm/contest-terms. Connecting audiences, powering brands. This is Civic Media. Learn more at civicmedia.us/advertise.
Hey, this is Lance Barber, and you're listening to Nightlight with Pete Schwaballs.
That's so great. Oh, Lance Barber. Love him. Welcome back to Nightlight, folks. I am Pete Schwaba, as you just heard, and we are talking about the show Dexter with our pal Lisa Hale, who covers news for Civic Media here in Northeast Wisconsin, and she is the host of New Wisco Weekend. We'll get a quick a little plug for that soon, because there's a great show coming up this weekend that you need to check out here at WGBW and WISS. We're talking. We'll do a few more minutes here on Dexter. Lisa, do you have a favorite? Assuming you like Trinity, the season 4 villain, the best. Who are your other favorite villains on the show?
I really enjoyed the Ice Truck Killer because it was such a nod to the first book. Everything is based on the first book, Darkly Dreaming Dexter. And that was where we met the Ice Truck Killer and met Dexter and all that. After that, the series really veers completely away from the books, does not follow the books except for book 1. And so I really enjoyed that first season, but man, the Trinity season is the best. And I'm totally digging the season that's going on right now with Resurrection. I'm enjoying it very much.
Could there be a Dexter in real life? Do you think there is someone in this world who either historically has done what the Dexter character does, or something you've heard about more recently, or is there a character that's the inspiration for the books that the author was aware of that might have had similarities?
I don't know about that. I mean, you hear of avenging angels, you hear of Avengers, you hear of vigilantes all the time. I don't know if there is a serial killer that Jeff Lindsay based Dexter on, although I do love the idea of a serial killer that kills serial killers, or that kills serial rapists or pedophiles or whatever, that goes after the bad guys. I love that. I think that's just a stellar idea. And if I was a different type of person and had a different psychopathy, maybe I would be that person, but I'm not.
Can you corral crazy? That is the question, I suppose.
Well, that's the whole question of Dexter, really, because he has this psychopathy. He is a sociopath, and is not that way because he was born that way, but because he was created that way from his history. And so, he doesn't feel emotions. He doesn't connect with humans in the right way. And,
I want to ask you, you just said that, okay, so that's a nature nurture thing, I guess. Early in I think season 1, they talk about what Dexter witnessed when he was a kid.
Right.
His mom being killed, and he sat there in a bloody room. Like, were they trying to say that that's why he does what he does? It just affected him. It was so traumatic. So it's not that he was born with this gene, so to speak.
Right. And he will throughout the season refer to himself as being born in blood, meaning that when his mother was killed that way and that horrifically in front of him, and he sat there for several days in her pool of blood with his brother, Biney, they both were formed and formulated at that point. Now, the flashbacks you will see throughout the series of Dexter with his brother and Dexter with his mother, you kind of get the feeling that his brother was kind of a little bit on the edge before then, but I really think Dexter himself was born in blood, as he says.
That's really interesting. All right. Tell me something negative about the show. You're such a fangirl. Tell me, force yourself to find a negative.
I can find a negative.
Okay.
I did not like, and I believe it was season 6. It might have been season 7. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I did not like the direction they tried to take with Deb and Dexter. You will find this later, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but Deborah thinks she is in love with Dexter at one point. And I just don't think it works. I didn't think that worked. Yeah, they went there. And I didn't think it worked.
To explain to people, they are both adopted.
Right.
It's like you don't want Greg and Marsha Brady to date either. It's just kind of strange, right?
It's not right.
Right. I was wondering. I was like, oh, I hope she's not going there. And sure enough,
they do. In one season, they take it there. So I wasn't really happy with that. And then when they did New Blood, which is one of the newer series when they brought
Right.
him back, I didn't like how they watered him down. It felt like a watered down version of Dexter. He wasn't doing his Dexter things. He was just too
Right.
angsty. And yes, he was looking after a big bad and trying to catch a big bad, but it just wasn't in the Dexter way, you know?
Right. Okay, fair enough. Well, all right, and then I hope you can stick with us through the news. I want to talk about New Wisco Weekend and what's coming up. Can you give us a few minutes on the other side?
I certainly can.
All right, fantastic. We have about a little over a minute before we have to go to the news. What would you rank? What's your favorite iteration of Dexter other than the original? You listed them before. You got Resurrection, Original Sin, New Blood.
If I had to go in order right now, it would be Original Dexter, then
Okay.
Original Sin, then Resurrection, then New Blood.
Okay.
But I would also have to put the books in there, and that would go above the series, I do believe. Simply because I did read all of the Dexter books, and I really thoroughly enjoyed the character.
Oh, that's so great! Wow, this has been a fun. You're always a fun guest, Lise. But this
Well,
is a
when
really
it when
cool
it's
discussion.
I'm a little bit on the spectrum, and when I get a special interest, I really delve into it, and Dexter is one of my special interests. So I will learn everything I can about it. So.
Oh, that's very obvious, and it's so cool. We had a great conversation with Dan Schaefer, Civic Media's own recombobulation area, Dan Schaefer, about The Wire the other night, and now we're doing Dexter tonight. So this has been a fun week on Nightlight for just digging really deep into shows like that. So Lisa Hale is my guest, folks. She's the host of New Wisco Weekend. You're going to find out what's coming up on this weekend's episode, and I'll give you a sneak peek of my classic movie pick, too, which you can hear on Lisa's show. She does a great job. And our question of the night is, what famous person are you glad you're not related to? Quite a bit of a lot of fun, different answers. We'll get into all that after the news in Act 2. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Touch your hand and sing a song so pure, salvation brings.
If it happens in Wisconsin, you'll hear about it.
Local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Dave Packard. No deal. After a 2-hour meeting in Anchorage, Alaska, President Trump and Russia's President Putin announcing they've come to an understanding.
There were many, many points that we agreed on, most of them, I would say, a couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there, but we've made some headway.
Putin using the word agreement, saying through a translator.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, our negotiations have been held in a constructive atmosphere of mutual respect.
But there was no announcement of any agreement for peace for Ukraine. But, says ABC's Mary Bruce.
What is the progress? That is the big question, and one that we still do not have the answer to. This was incredibly vague, and I have to say, with quite literally the entire world watching.
Both men seeming to be open to future meetings, Putin suggesting the next one be in Moscow. This is ABC News.
Reach, engage, grow with Civic Media. Log on civicmedia.us/advertise.
From the 97.9 WGBW Newsroom, I'm Lisa Hale with this local news update. 48-year-old David Vanderleest pleaded not guilty Thursday to charges of harboring or aiding a fugitive and obstructing an officer. The charges are connected to the death of 2-year-old Leo Escalante in June in Green Bay. Vanderleest is accused of helping his son James hide in a cabin in Florence County following the toddler's suspicious death. A trial for David Vanderleest is scheduled for October 29th. Meanwhile, his son James is charged with first-degree reckless homicide, obstructing an officer, and bail jumping. A Manitowoc City Council alderman was killed this week in an automobile accident. 58-year-old Jim Bray has been part of the Manitowoc government for over 3 decades. Manitowoc Mayor Justin Nichols called Bray a pillar of local government. Bray also served on the County Board of Supervisors, and in July he stepped down from the board to start a new term as county treasurer. Manitowoc County Executive Bob Ziegelbauer said they will likely wait until September before appointing a new treasurer. Bray was the sole occupant of a vehicle when it crashed into a building on South 26th Street Tuesday night. With the signing of legislation by Governor Tony Evers last week, qualified registered nurses in Wisconsin will now be allowed to practice more independently. The Advanced Practice Registered Nurse Modernization Act will allow those specifically qualified registered nurses to operate independently and without the need for a collaborative agreement with a physician, as long as health cases don't fall outside of their areas of expertise. Officials say the legislation will improve healthcare access across the state, especially in rural and underserved communities. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Lisa Hale for 97.9 WGBW News.
The Pack battle the Colts. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports from Indianapolis, where the Packers and the Colts meet in a preseason game tomorrow at noon. Following a 2-hour joint practice session here, I asked tight end Tucker Kraft how he thought they did.
Some of our youth showed a lot. When we're out there, the importance is knowing what to do and doing it at a really fast speed at a very consistent level. And we left some meat on the bone. And I personally just didn't think that we didn't empty the tank.
Baseball tonight, the first-place Brewers will try to tie the franchise record for most wins in a row when they face the Reds tonight in Cincinnati. The Brewers manager, Pat Murphy.
It's the players. I mean, that's for sure. It's fun to think about, like, what they're creating, and I'm really, really happy for them to see them come together, and that's what you hope for. And the only reason this is happening is who they are. I promise you.
That's Brewers manager Pat Murphy with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
Come work with us. Civic Media has a number of great jobs across the state. Open now at civicmedia.us/careers.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Through the weekend, mostly cloudy, warm, and muggy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong with areas of heavy rainfall. Low tonight near 70, high tomorrow mid-80s, upper 70s Sunday. It gradually starts to dry out into next week. It's 82 right now.
This week, we're talking back to school with Dr. Jill Underly, the state superintendent of public instruction, and we also discuss how schools are funded.
Rational Revolution with Mark Becker, Saturdays at 2, Sundays at 1 on your local Civic Media radio station and on the app.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down.
I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy whose house has an actual wiggle room, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back. This is Night Light, and you've got the Civic Media Radio Network. We are jamming here on a Friday night, having some fun conversations. If you missed the first hour, our question of the night is, what famous person are you glad you're not related to? We will get to your texts. They're piling up. I need to start reading some texts, but we'll get to those in just a few minutes. We had a great discussion in hour number one. Lisa Hale, the host of New Wisco Weekend, and we will just get back into our conversation about Dexter with Lisa in just a minute. We also, what else did we talk about, Conrad? We talked about sex.
Well, Superman.
We had a great clip that Conrad found between David Cornsweet and director James Gunn. Outstanding. You can catch all of this in the podcast if you missed it first hour. And we talked a little bit about Sex and the City. The follow-up, and just like that, fans do not seem happy about the way the show ended. I got a plug-in for David Zucker, the creator of Airplane, the original Naked Gun, and Top Secret. He will be here on Monday at 6:35 on Nightlight, talking about some really cool stuff he's done over the course of his career. Let us know the answer to our question of the night, folks. What famous person are you glad you're not related to? And we will read those coming up shortly. Also, it is a bar band Friday night. Our pal Rocker is filling in for Terry Barr tonight. Terry is taking a well-deserved vacation today, and Rocker, we really don't miss a beat with Rocker. Would you agree with that, Con?
Totally agree.
Okay. So Rocker will be here at 7:35, and that is the voice of Conrad Krieger working the board. Right now, we have a few more minutes with our pal Lisa Hale, who is joining us over the stream. We just finished up a conversation about Dexter, and did you watch And Just Like That, Lisa? Are you a Sex and the City girl?
I was never a Sex and the City girl. I just never could get into it. And
Yeah.
you'll find that about me as you get to know me more and more. When it comes to girly things, I'm really not, always in there. You won't find me watching The Real Housewives or Bachelorette or any of that stuff. But give me a good serial killer and I'm right there. So
I did not mean to make assumptions, but I do know that you love James Bond and serial killers. I kind of had a feeling I knew which way you were going to swing on that, and just like that question. But I thought I would ask anyway.
Now the Golden Girls, I'm all about the Golden Girls now.
So funny. Let's talk about New Wisco Weekend. Such a great news magazine show, I think is how we describe it right here.
That's
in Northeast
exactly what
Wisconsin.
it is.
What do you got coming up this weekend?
This weekend on New Wisco Weekend, we are going to talk about thrift shops because National Thrift Shop Day is Sunday. And so we've got a feature article on Able-Lite thrift stores, which are in the Green Bay, Appleton, Neenah, Horicon, Watertown, Eau Claire, and there's one other. Anyway, there's 7 Able-Lite thrift stores throughout Wisconsin that use their thrift stores as a way to fund helping adults with intellectual or developmental disabilities thrive and, providing services for them. So we've got a feature story on that. Then we've got with Terry Barr, a great interview on somebody who really has spent 15 years thrifting and gives us all the do's and don'ts and wills and won'ts. And of course, we have Amanda Nimmer talking about Facebook Marketplace. And we have a story from Joanne Krulotz about being safe when you're out garage sailing, not buying something that maybe has had a recall on it and things like that. And then there's this guy, what's his name? Pete Schwaba. Yeah, he does this. He does this show called Nightlight, and he has musical guests on. And so this week, our musical guest is one that you had on, Kaylin Cole with Mistreat Her Right.
Oh, wow.
So we've got that interview to wrap things up. Oh, and then there is, of course, the classic cinema pick of the week, which I cannot get through. I cannot get through the week without your classic cinema pick of the week.
Oh,
good one this week. Not my favorite from that actor, but a good one. So
okay, so I was going to ask. By the way, Caitlin Cole, fantastic, a great choice. I wanted to ask you too. I'm late to the party, as I am with Dexter on thrifting. I wouldn't say I thrift, but I realized, when you read about climate change, global warming, and all this stuff and these clothes that just get, I really got into it. I'm not a clothes person necessarily anyway, even though I look dynamite most of the time. But you can laugh at that. What? Wow, she just
I wasn't going to say
sad.
I wasn't going to say a thing. Was not going to say a thing. Nope, wasn't going to say a thing.
But I love going into secondhand stores because I have a better chance finding. I like older stuff anyway. I don't know. I watch a fashion show where a woman's walking around in a nut cup and a pair of heels, and I'm like, who the hell would ever wear that?
No one.
Yeah, except unless you're at a fashion show. So I like my retro stuff, and I am totally on board. I think this is a great topic this weekend.
It is so much fun. And as somebody who thrifts as a side hustle, I will thrift and flip. Do you know what I mean by flipping? Like sell something on. I find something in a thrift store and then I go, somebody else is going to want this and is going to want to buy it from me. So I'll flip it on eBay.
Nice.
So, I do that sometimes. Thrifting is just a different mindset. You have to go in there and not be looking for specific, but waiting to see what's going to jump out at you. Whether it's
Well
a fuzzy
said.
pink sweater or, some zebra pants or something. Something is going to jump out at you, and you can take it and make it your style.
And something you can't find necessarily that's in style right now. But if you know you
Exactly.
like a certain look, that is what thrifting is great at. You can usually find it if you're patient. My guest is Lisa Hale. She is the host of New Wisco Weekend. We just did a quick rundown of what you can catch this weekend on Lisa's show. And then, all right, so you said Fletch is not your favorite Chevy Chase movie. What is?
I would have to go with Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a
Christmas
good one.
Vacation is always going to be my favorite from him. I mean, just there's just so many good quotes that can't be shared on the radio.
Right.
But I like that, and then I have a problem with Chevy Chase now. It's kind of hard because I know he's such a butthole that
Yeah,
it's kind
I
of hard
know.
to really like the character. But I have been able to separate the art from the artist in many different. So that's what I
I
try
can
to
do that sometimes. And part of me, oftentimes, I don't want to know the extent of what someone has done. I know, before social media and that, I don't know what went on with people like, Michael Jordan's one of my sports heroes. Well, social media wasn't around. And I'm not insinuating that I know anything, but I like not knowing about stuff. I want to keep the focus on their work. And I think Chevy Chase, or Fletch anyway, pound for pound with the one-liners is great. But he did 2 films right after Saturday Night Live, Seems Like Old Times and Foul Play. Did you see those?
I did. Foul Play I liked.
Yeah.
Seems Like Old Times. It was okay.
It has Charles Grodin, and I love everything with Charles Grodin. But
I mean, how can you not?
Lisa,
Are
you
we
are such
dating ourselves? Are we dating ourselves just a little bit there?
I'm in my really late 20s, and I'm just a history buff. So
Favorite Charles Grodin film of all time?
Will you just acknowledge that I look dynamite most of the time,
You
regardless
look
of
dynamite.
threads?
You
All
look
right.
fantastic. I
Back
am
at ya.
just so impressed with how great your style is.
I've got the threads. There's no question about that.
You
Lisa, you
do
are such
have
a
the
fun
threads.
guest. You're so multi-talented. Keep up the great work with the news and New Wisco Weekend. We love it. And thank you for letting me be a part of it, and Conrad as well.
Absolutely. I have one question for
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
If as a fellow writer, if I start pounding out serial killer novels, will you proof them for me?
Well, I'll be scared not to if you start writing. If you get any more into that world, I'll do whatever you want.
I'm just teasing with you, but thank you.
I know. Anytime. We'll talk soon. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
That's Lisa Hale. Check out New Wisco Weekend, folks, here at WGBW and WISS. And if you miss it there, check out the podcast at civicmedia.us. All right. We should probably get some texts here, huh?
You know what? I just got to say this. Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Chevy,
that works.
Chevrolet Chase. I really like the movie Funny Farm.
I did too.
I think it's hilarious.
That's a forgotten about one of his.
Yeah.
It's very when he eats all the lamb fries and Yellow Dog. Yeah, that's a great. I love that movie.
I find myself going back to that movie every year because I just need a laugh someday.
Do you really?
So,
Yeah, I should rewatch that. I kind of forgot about that movie, but I went and saw it with my mom when I was like, I don't know, 30 years old. Great film. Now, there are 2 more candidates for the Window Love, but I already took my picture for the night.
Oh. Well, tell them to come back Monday.
Just start cataloging them, right? Our question of the night, folks, is what celebrity are you glad, or famous person, are you glad you're not related to? Danny Wheels on social media says Dr. Phil. Oh, yes. Thank you. I actually liked that guy when he was on Oprah at first. I kind of liked him.
I like this. I think his show is funny sometimes. So
I think that's what he's just turned into such a tool.
it was never really, meant to actually fix a person. I think.
Right.
It's just like, all right, here are their problems. We're gonna laugh at them.
Exactly, which is what a lot of those shows have become. Janet on social media says Mel Gibson. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. He turned into kind of a kook as well. Our pal Ezekiel Drews says Danny Masterson.
Yes.
I almost refer to him as a Wisconsin guy, but he's not. He's a Wisconsin guy via color television.
You didn't really know what happened to him until you were watching The Ranch, and all of a sudden they killed him off. And he was one of the most important characters.
Oh, right, because of the scandal.
And it was a car crash that he died in the ranch.
Right.
But it's just like so random. You're like, wait, he died? And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh.
There you go. You can't do something in real life and not expect it to be killed off of that magnitude. He wasn't even just harassing. He was like a convicted rapist, right?
Yep.
Horrible. Ross on social media says Trump. We've got a few of those. I was expecting a few of those, obviously. A president is going to be polarizing one way or the other, but especially Trump is going to bring that out of certain people. Thank you, Ross, for the text. Let's go to the text line where we've got Tom from New Berlin says, you, Pete. Oh,
wow.
I thought Tom and I were friends. He doesn't want to share DNA with me. You know what, Tom? I've had about enough of your beep. I'm just kidding. I don't blame you, Tom. Good text. You do enough good work here, Tom, where I'm going to let that one go. Matt from Middleton says, Gary Busey. Oh, man, that face. Gary Busey. He's just crazy, though. Is Gary Busey hateful, or is he just crazy? I know he's crazy.
He just looks crazy.
He looks crazy. He's probably a good guy to party with.
You think?
If you got a ride home. If he's not your ride. Matt from Middleton elaborates and says, and crazy to boot. Rob from Green Bay says, Sean Combs. We've heard Sean already tonight. Thank you very much, Rob. Tyler from Wisconsin Rapids says, he's a little more discerning. He says, rhymes with grump.
Okay.
We hear you, Tyler.
Forrest Gump.
Another one for Trump. Oh, yes, he hates Forrest Gump. Oh, why, Tyler? Bridget from the 818 says, Tom Cruise, the Scientology is something that would separate us. I am not sure if he has a close relationship with Suri because of it, and that is not cool. I don't know if any of that is true, Bridget, but if it is, I agree with you. Thank you, Bridget from the 818. I see we missed a call from Ollie. That always makes me sad. Melissa from Willie Street in Madison says, I'm going to go there, Donald Trump. You and a few other people tonight, Melissa. I guess I opened this one up for honest answers tonight. John, Melissa's fella from Madison, says, Danny Bonaducci from the Partridge Family. Peter, I waited his table for lunch at the Signature Room, 105th floor of the Hancock Building in Chicago in 1992. He was nice, then psychotic, and his mother and aunt were not impressed. I was amused mostly, but he was all over the place, and it was concerning. I've heard that about him, John, and I'm sorry you had that experience, but it helps our show, so I'm happy you did. Pete Schwaba, Nightlight, coming right back.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW.
Hi, I'm Kristen Ambos, Wisconsin's #1 female loan officer for residential mortgages. Every loan is unique, and I'm committed to your financial well-being. Let's chat today at 920-606-1156 and check out my podcast, Always On Point.
With new treatments emerging in the fight against Alzheimer's, now is the time for hope. Keep the momentum going and join us in Green Bay on September 27th for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, the world's largest fundraiser to fight the disease. Join us by registering at alz.org/walk.
Attention book lovers! This summer we are celebrating Northeast Wisconsin's independent bookstores. Visiting Algoma? The gorgeous Yardstick Books on Steel Street is a local gem and a hub for the literary community. Pick up a novel for yourself or a picture book for the kids. Order online at yardstickalgoma.com or stop by on your way to the beach and help keep booksellers in our community.
Do you have what it takes to pull a 180,000-pound plane 12 feet? It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411 for you, brought to you by Area 509 in Appleton. And this Saturday from 10 till 2 is Pulling for Honor 2025 at the Appleton Flight Center. This is a plane pull competition, raising funds for the Old Glory Honor Flight. And if you're not interested in pulling the plane, don't worry about it. This is a family fun day, full of kids' activities and more. Head to WGBW.FM and click events to find out more.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mommy, how come
seat. Because I love you and you're just not ready yet.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message
As
from
Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Nightlight, folks. Is there a happier day than Friday? Seriously. Like, I mean, I love Saturday, but it's the looking forward to.
Yeah. You know, I'm really excited. I was going to go see Nobody 2 after the show night, but they had no show times at the East one. And I didn't feel like driving to the Schwaba one.
Nothing late?
Yeah, the latest was starting at 7. So, I mean,
man.
I could have.
That's so lame. 7 o'clock on a weekend?
So tomorrow I'm going to go to Nobody 2, and I'm hoping that it's going to be better than the first one. I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
I just hope it knocks the socks off.
I hope it takes it to another level.
Exactly.
I'm going to see the Spike Lee film this weekend. That is my plan anyway. We have our question tonight is, what famous person or celebrity are you happy you're not related to? We got another vote. Me and Trump are killing it tonight.
I'm going to change mine to Pete Schwaba, too.
Our pal Chad Franz says Pete Schwaba. Oh, Chad just made his last appearance on Nightlight. I'm kidding, Chad. And what else? We had another one here. I don't want to miss this one.
Yeah, Jim from Appleton just said Hulk Hogan.
Oh, he's another one. Not Hulk Hogan, not Jim. Yeah, all the stuff that came out about him, I can't. I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan. That's a great choice, Jim. And then 608 just said Steve.
I think he's talking about my dad.
He doesn't want to be related to Steve, whoever that is. So me and Trump are in a tie for first place tonight. That's exciting. So, all right, we talked about Superman. We did that. I am so excited. I'm going to see the Spike Lee movie, and I'm going to watch Alien Earth. The first 2 episodes are available. Folks, coming up in just a few minutes, Rocker will be here, filling in for Terry Barr on Bar Band Friday. They are co-hosts on Max Inc. Radio. They do great work together. And Rocker has filled in for Terry before, and we really don't miss a beat. He's just great, and he knows music just like Terry does, especially local music. Here's another one, Conrad. We have another someone in the competition. Mark from Prairie du Sac says, glad I'm not related to Danny Masterson. He was kind of an a-hole in character on That 70s Show.
He really was, He stole a couple girlfriends.
Oh, before any of the,
in that
sexual...
70s show.
Yeah.
No, in that 70s show.
So his character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I never really knew what he did behind the scenes in that 70s show, but I'm guessing it's not good.
Yeah. I don't think so. So we just found out we got to get a hold of Norm Kopesky at Appleton Cigar because they're having a beard competition.
Yeah.
I want in. I want to know what's going on. You got a ways to go, but you're further along than me. So we got to get a hold of Norm and talk about his beard competition. I think that's a beautiful thing. Right now, before we get to Rocker and Bar Band Friday, I found this clip. I just love this. I don't know the podcast, but it's where is it? It should say right here. It's Chris Kale. It's a Beardo and Weirdo podcast. That's all I know. I don't know who the host is, but this is a great clip of this guy telling a story about Brian Wilson and Don Henley. Don Henley apparently was a big fan of Brian Wilson, and I think that's kind of all you need to know for this great clip.
Don Henley, apparently, huge Beach Boys fan. Pet Sounds was the first album he ever bought. Okay. Brian Wilson is coming to Los Angeles to do an art exhibit. Don Henley walks into this art exhibit, walks right up to Brian Wilson and goes, Brian, Don Henley, Eagles. And Brian goes, oh, hey, yeah, sure. How you doing? And they're talking for a few minutes, and Don realizes this isn't going anywhere. So he goes, do you mind? This is the first album I ever purchased. Do you mind signing? And he goes, sure. Yeah, sure. You got something I can sign it with? And he hands him the album, hands him the Sharpie. And Brian Wilson looks at Don Henley. He has the album and he writes, to Don, looks at him again. Thank you for all the great music. And then he slows down, looks at Don Henley, scratches out the word great and writes good, and then signs his name as a witness who saw it happen. Mm-hmm. And another friend of mine who played in Don's band said, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's framed in Don Henley's house. Rest in peace to Brian Wilson, whose influence goes all the way down to Paul Bearer.
That is so great. Right in front of him, crosses out great and puts good. Love that story. Mark from Prairie du Sac, he's in the 608. He also says, and that was before the more recent revelations. I don't like anyone who preys on people. Totally with you, Mark. And I assume that's what you meant when you said Danny Masterson. So, Mark had enough just with Danny's character. I can't even imagine the fall from grace Danny Masterson took in Mark's eyes after those revelations. I found this I thought it was kind of cool. 13, this is from Up North News, Pat Kreitlow's operation. 13 famous people who are buried in Wisconsin. Do you know anybody who is? You do know one.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd Wright is a good one. Yep. In Spring Green.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley is another one. Well done.
I didn't look at the sheet. I'm actually trying to guess.
Okay, there's another one, a big one, that if you think hard enough, you'll guess. And it was it was recent.
Oh, it was recent?
Yeah. You know this guy.
Why can't I? Oh, Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker. I mean, that's not a surprise, but
no.
I was surprised he was on the list. Here's one I didn't know. Nicholas Ray is buried at Oak Grove Cemetery in La Crosse. He was a filmmaker. He directed He directed They Live by Night, and then he also directed Rebel Without a Cause, which he wrote the story for. Actually, I'm not 100% certain if he directed it, but he wrote the story for it. I'm going to pull this up right now and let you know. It's always fun. I'll have to look until after the break. But I thought that was kind of cool. Nicholas Ray, director. Rebel Without a Cause, directed James Dean. The other one, Eston Hemmings Jefferson, one of Thomas Jefferson's children that he fathered with a freed slave, moved to Madison.
Interesting.
With his family in 1852, he and his wife both integrated into the city's white community as he worked as a cabinet maker. Isn't that crazy? Thomas Jefferson's kid, a cabinet maker in Madison. He's deceased now. All right, it is a Bar Band Friday night, folks. Let us know if there's a celebrity you do not want to be related to. Trump and I are off the list. Someone else, please. All right, Rockers coming up next on Bar Band Friday night. It's Pete Schwaba and Night Light. You've got the Civic Media Radio Network.
On the string, and you're jumping on. Yes, you're jumping on a fast train. Jumping on a fast train. Gotta go on the lamb.
From Ashwaubenon to Alloway.
Hey, Rocker, can you hear me?
Yep. What's happening, man?
It is going great. Just testing the audio.
How does my mic sound to you?
It sounds great.
All right. Yeah. New mic processor.
Awesome. That's perfect. It sounds fantastic.
Good.
All right. Yeah, we'll be back in about 4.5 minutes. All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks.
Agreement, saying through a translator.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, our negotiations have been held in a constructive atmosphere of mutual respect.
But there was no announcement of any agreement for peace for Ukraine. But, says ABC's Mary Bruce,
what is the progress? That is the big question, and one that we still do not have the answer to. This was incredibly vague, and I have to say, with quite literally the entire world watching.
Both men seeming to be open to future meetings, Putin suggesting the next one be in Moscow. This is ABC News.
The Pack battle the Colts. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports from Indianapolis, where the Packers and the Colts meet in a preseason game tomorrow at noon. Following a 2-hour joint practice session here, I asked tight end Tucker Kraft how he thought they did.
Some of our youth showed a lot. When we're out there, the importance is knowing what to do and doing it at a really fast speed at a very consistent level. And we left some meat on the bone, and I personally didn't think that we didn't empty the tank.
Baseball tonight, the first-place Brewers will try to tie the franchise record for most wins in a row when they face the Reds tonight in Cincinnati. The Brewers manager, Pat Murphy.
It's the players. I mean, that's for sure. It's fun to think about, like, what they're creating, and I'm really, really happy for them to see them come together, and that's what you hope for. And the only reason this is happening is who they are. I promise you.
That's Brewers manager Pat Murphy with Sports on Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. I want to date you. Those are the words of Travis Kelce, but he wasn't talking to me. He says that is how he courted girlfriend Taylor Swift. Swift and Kelce discussed their courtship and all its simplicity on her recent appearance on the Kelce Brothers' New Heights podcast. Sure, Kelce might have sounded like a Neanderthal, but on their first date, Swift asked what it was like for Kelce lining up and seeing his brother on the other side of the ball in the Super Bowl. Both Kelce's played offense. Sinead O'Connor will be the subject of a new biopic, according to Variety. Nothing Compares to You, named after one of O'Connor's biggest hits, will focus on the younger years and career of the singer-songwriter, who at times could be controversial. In 1992, O'Connor famously ripped up a picture of the Pope on Saturday Night Live after a performance and said, "Fight the real enemy." O'Connor died in 2023 at the age of 56 of natural causes influenced by obstructive pulmonary disease. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Rebuilding and refreshing local radio one station at a time. This Civic Media radio station is proud to be a part of your community. Learn more at civicmedia.us.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Through the weekend, mostly cloudy, warm, and muggy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong with areas of heavy rainfall. Low tonight near 70, high tomorrow mid-80s, upper 70s Sunday. It gradually starts to dry out into next week. It's 82 right now.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking, the list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Dr. Kristen Larley Show.
When a jet
Time to check out original music with Bar Band Friday on Nightlight. Now, your host, Pete Schwaba, and special guest, Terry Barr.
Welcome back. Oh, one of my favorite times of the week, folks. And one of my favorite guests is not here, but filling in for her is also one of my favorite guests, and he is Terry Barr's co-host on Max Inc. Radio, which you can hear on WMDX on Saturday nights. And if you don't live in the Madison area, you can catch the podcasts at civicmedia.us. He's also a musician and a music aficionado, and he joins us tonight, our pal Rocker. Hey, buddy, how are you?
What's happening, Pete? How you doing?
Doing great. How are things in Madison tonight?
Oh, we're doing great. It's still some great weather. Hanging out on the deck. Just got done with dinner, and
nice.
Yeah, just had an amazing day.
That's outstanding. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And, I haven't talked to you. I did my show down there for a week, and I was going to go to Atwood Fest to get some sound bites. It was raining. How did that turn out? I mean, that's your baby, right?
Wow. Well, yes, I suppose that would be one way to characterize it. But I would say that the rain happened, like, literally in kind of the first, half hour, like, right before the fest opened. And then really kind of opened, the first band went on stage and the rain stopped, and that was it. No more rain. So
here's the
we
problem.
did get some heat, but everybody braved that.
If I had stayed and to see if the rain would have gone away, it would not
Yeah.
have gone away, and I would have been
no
4 hours. So it's good that
cloud
I
over your head.
Yeah, exactly. It went a 3-hour drive too. But, hey, it's great to have you. I'm excited to see what you brought us, because you always bring great stuff, Rocker. What is on your mind tonight in regard to cool local music?
You know, I'm looking through August coming up, and there's a lot of stuff happening, some festivals, some really good gigs. Tonight actually kicks off Shank's Corners Block Party. That's really a favorite street fest here in Madison. It happens right at the corner of Winnebago and Atwood Avenue, just kind of right by where Atwood Fest happens, actually. And it's tonight and tomorrow, 1980 Atwood Avenue on Madison's east side. It's right by the Alchemy Cafe, Ideal Bar, Lake Ridge Bank area. They have music from 5 to 10 p.m. tonight, so you can actually still get out there tonight to see a couple bands. And then Saturday, they'll have music 3 to 10 p.m. And some of the highlights are tonight, Seesaw, Lou Shields, and Nuggernaut. And then also tomorrow, Work, Salty Dogs, Jazz Hams. There's a whole bunch more. Find them on Facebook. But I thought I'd bring in a song from a band. I love these guys, Work. They're a 6-piece funk fusion band from Madison. They're formed in 2016, and they've won so many awards. I couldn't even start to name them all. And I brought this song called Dealin' with the Devil, and this is Work.
Awesome.
To get you out of that door, no man left on the floor, 'cause the pride and the sin that we knew you had. Tried again, but it made you mad. Kicked and shouted, but it wouldn't break. Tried to change, but it didn't take. Got late started, still they don't care, 'cause you're dealing with the devil, and the devil knows. You're dealing with the devil, and the devil knows.
Work and Dealing with the Devil. That was a nice little, I like that song.
And just to let your listeners know, that's Work spelled W-U-R-K if you're going to search them out online.
And they'll be at the, they're at the Alchemy Cafe, is that right?
That is at the Shank's Corner Block Party.
Okay.
And that's going to be on Saturday, so they'll be Saturday afternoon sometime.
Outstanding. Hey, have you ever heard of a band called Horace Green?
Yes, we had them actually at Atwood Fest, not this year, but the year before.
They did say that. That's right. We had them in the studio last night. Man, those guys were fun.
Oh, amazing.
Great stuff.
They just got put out a new song. I believe it's called Cream.
Yeah.
And we have it here at Max Inc. I'll be playing it tomorrow night on Max Inc. Radio.
Oh, very cool. Okay, Max Inc. Radio, WMDX tomorrow from 6 to 9, right?
That's right.
All right.
6 to 9 p.m. And you can go to civicmedia.us/Max Inc. Radio and then stream it there live as well.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Okay, so who do we have next?
Let's see. Ross Thorne. Ross Thorne, he's from Duluth, Minnesota. He's a folk Americana singer-songwriter, and he's teamed up with the Spine Stealers. They're from Madison. They're a folk Americana kind of duo here in Sun Prairie and Madison, and we've had them on Max Inc. Radio in the past, and they're touring together. And right now, they're on the Faraway Tour, and they've been through Colorado, the Pacific Northwest, and they're coming back to Madison Friday, August 22nd at the High Noon Saloon, and then they're off to Milwaukee at the Falcon Bowl on the 23rd of August. Far Away is Ross Thorne on background vocals and banjo, Clark Singleton on bass, Jacob Mahone on acoustic guitar, and then Kate Ruland and Emma O'Shea on vocals, and they are the Spine Stealers. So they recorded this at Peckerderm Studios in Cannon Falls. This is brand new. We've got it for you tonight. This is Ross Thorne featuring the Spine Stealers from the new album. This is called Far Away.
I was born a miner's daughter in an old coal town. Pray that my dreams might carry me far from this city that's been holding me down. Somewhere far across the sea, far away, far away. Pray that my dreams might carry me. Without a heavy heart, I could make a brand new start. somewhere far across the sea. Was a fine spring morning when he walked.
I love Americana folk. That's so great. And I love the banjo.
Yeah, that's Ross Thorne. So, you know, he paired up with the Spine Stealers from down here in Madison. They're touring around, and now they're coming home back to Wisconsin. So that's a brand new song. That's kind of a collaboration between the two. So that's pretty cool.
It's like right out of the soundtrack of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It sounded a little bit like, that's great.
Maybe.
Yeah. Right.
Dogtown Hollow. They are playing Friday, August 22nd at the Burr Oak on Winnebago on Madison's east side. They're going to be playing with the Also Rans. And Dogtown Hollow just put out a new sophomore EP. It's called Watch Your Step. They recorded it at DNA Music Labs here in Madison. It's kind of a country funk. This is brand new. Dogtown Hollow playing at the Burr Oak, August 22nd. This song is called Seven Sisters.
Into the night, the moon and stars above will guide. Shadows on the midnight ice. Trees are talking and you feel alive. There's a wolf that cries. There's a wild wolf that cries. There's a wolf that cries. There's a wild wolf that cries. Landmarks tell the stories of summer sun, a mist, and winter's cold. Stories change, will they stay the same? Playing the changes is the way of the game, and you can't deny who whispers in the middle of the night. No, you can't deny.
I got to tell you, I am not a huge country music fan, but the way all these genres kind of fuse together lately,
yeah,
that sounds fantastic.
They are good, huh? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe they put down country funk, but, you know, it's like Americana.
Yeah.
It's bluesy. It's even a little poppy at times.
Totally. That's great. Rocker is my guest. He's filling in for Terry Barr tonight here on Bar Band Friday night. You can catch his show, Max Inc. Radio, from 6 to 9 p.m. on WMDX, or you can stream it at civicmedia.us or listen to the podcast at civicmedia.us. It's a great show. Check it out. We're talking about Wisconsin music, and he is the guy to talk to. So, Mad Trucker Gone Mad. Is that the name of the band, Rocker? Is that a song?
It is.
Awesome.
Mad Trucker Gone Mad. Some good friends of mine. They came out during the mid to late 90s. And they were quite popular, kind of a punk band, little kind of on the front end of cowpunk, actually, you know, if you think about it. And they don't play often anymore, that is for sure. But there's some stuff going on with Crustacean Records. Their record label's turning 30, so they're going to get out and they're going to do a show. It's going to be the only Wisconsin show, or the only show for Mad Trucker Gone Mad this year, and it's going to be at Club Garibaldi in Bayview in Milwaukee on August 24th. And they're going to be with Sad Laser and Front of Truck. And so are you ready for some cowpunk?
Yeah, I love the name of this song, too. Lay it on me.
The name of this song is called She Don't Like Me When I'm Drunk. This is Mad Trucker Gone Mad.
She don't like me when I'm drunk, and I can't stand her when I'm sober. The headache that she's giving me is worse than my hangover. Well, I'm always in the doghouse, little doggy, drinking on over. She don't like me when I'm drunk, and I can't stand her when I'm sober. Well, I just got home from work, and my tired feet are hurting. I grab a beer and hit the couch, turn on the tube and start surfing. She stands there right in front of me, just like an angry curtain, with a list of stuff I'm supposed to do. Oh, honey, that ain't working. She don't like me when I'm drunk, and I can't stand her when I'm sober. The headache that she's giving me is worse than my hangover.
Every girl that guy has ever dated is going to wonder if she's the inspiration for that song. It sounds like a John Prine song title, and then when you hear it, it's like, oh, no, that's definitely different.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty funny. Mad Trucker Gone Mad. They will be, that was from 2016, by the way. And so that's a little bit of a throwback. They will be at Club Garibaldi in Milwaukee, August 24th, the only Wisconsin show. Don't miss it.
Love it. That's great.
Middleton Good Neighbor Festival. You heard of that?
I have. I've heard of it. I've never been.
Saturday, August 22nd, it starts. It's the 22nd through the 24th. Middleton Good Neighbor Festival started in 1964. And they just moved to a new location there at South Beach. They're having a pirate summer theme this year. And some of the highlights include Angels and Outlaws on the 22nd. The Mascot Theory on the 23rd. That shows at 5:30. Road Trip from up in the Fox Valley. They're going to be down here on the 23rd. Reverend Raven and the Chain Smoking Altar Boys featuring Westside Andy will be doing a set. Tim Daniels Band. And then on the 24th, highlights include the Red Hot Horn Dogs. And the Good Neighbor Festival is held the last weekend of August in Fireman's Park in Middleton every year. Mascot Theory. They're going to be playing there. Madison-based Americana band. They have a Kickstarter for their new album that's coming in October. And frontman Eric Jelland, he's making a comeback after surgery for potentially fatal brain condition he had. And the new album, Cosmic Hit and Run, draws from the wreckage of those life-altering experiences and reshapes them into something resonant and unflinching. And we have a song from that. You can find more information at themascottheory.com. Right now, this is the opening song from their album, Every Sign of Life. This is Piece by Piece.
We're going to play this when we come back. We're going to do a very short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Mascot Theory rocks, and they're fantastic. We're coming right back on Nightline on Barband Friday night.
Building and refreshing local radio one station at a time. This Civic Media radio station is proud to be a part of your community. Learn more at civicmedia.us.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals, so I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Your local Civic Media radio station is your source for real news and great conversation, plus fun and exciting contests. For a complete list of contest rules, log on wgbw.fm/contest-terms. As Wisconsin is saying the word bag instead of bag. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Everybody's got a place to hide. Everybody wants their sun to shine. Everybody's on a roller coaster ride. Everybody's got a lesson to be learned. Everybody's skipping lines that take their turn. Everybody cross bridges as they burn. After everything I still believe in the ruins of tragedy. We can build it up, piece by piece by piece. Everybody's got a boat to row. Everybody loves an afterglow. Everybody keep one hand on your phone. Everybody needs a holiday.
That was Mascot Theory, Piece by Piece. I absolutely love Mascot Theory. Eric Jellin has been on the show before. Before the break, our guest tonight, Rocker, set up that great song by Mascot Theory. He's filling in tonight for Terry Barr for Bar Band Friday night. They must have been on Max Inc. Radio several times, I would imagine.
Yes, several times for sure.
Great.
Oh, we love those guys. They've performed on the show. We've interviewed them, and we've been a part of some of the shows that they've put together. Flannel Fest, just an amazing guy, amazing character, and the band's just a great band as well.
That's outstanding. All right, we probably got time for one more, Rocker. What are you thinking here? We got People's Brothers Band in Orton Park.
Yeah, let's talk about the People Brothers Band, because that one's up in your neck of the woods there in Green Bay.
That's right.
And In the Yard concert series, that's Thursday, August 28th, doors at 6, shows at 7. That's next to the Tarleton Theater. Now, I've never been there. You're up in Green Bay. Have you been there?
Tarl has been on the show. I've been by it. I've never been inside it, but I know they're having a film festival there, and I'm supposed to do something with MC or something coming up. So I'm excited. It's supposed to be an absolute treasure. Yeah.
Well, this is next to it in the food truck area, right? So free admission, food trucks, craft beverages. It's the final show of the year, and this one they have the People Brothers Band. So I thought we'd play something from a little throwback from them, from their Love Electric album in 2018. This is called That Feeling, the People Brothers Band.
I've been high, well, I've been around, well, I've touched the sky, well, I've bit the ground. I'm gonna take my time, I'll go where I'm needed. Tell me I'll ride, yeah, to me it seems that you've got that feeling, you've got that feeling, you got that feeling, yeah, you got that feeling. But don't let your ship sail, you wind up waiting on the cheap sail. Don't waste your sweet time, instead living on the rewind. Take your woman right by the hand, let your feet move without care. Leave your worries, baby, leave them there. Let the music go and take you there. And then you get that feeling.
What do you call that? Like that genre? That's a really
Kind of just rock, R&B, a little bit of soul. It's all fused together, like you were saying before.
Yeah.
I love the People Brothers Band. That's just what they are. It's the People Brothers Band. They're just people. There's more good people than there are bad people.
Very well said. Hey, I wanted to ask you too. You're friends with Eric of Mascot Theory. How is he doing? Is he? And you've been through your health issues in the last year. You're crushing it. How is Eric doing?
Well, last I talked to him, he was doing pretty good. He was out on vacation with his family, hanging out. And they're rehearsing with the band, getting ready for the upcoming shows. So, I mean, I'm sure he's got to be really feeling good. Kind of similar to me, you know, I have my comeback show will be September 14th with Iron Plow at the Crucible in Madison. And it's going to, I'm working out all the time, getting myself prepared for it. You gotta be in shape if you want to play at the highest level these days. So, it's important. And I think that he's doing the same thing.
That's fantastic. Buddy, thank you so much for filling in for Terry. It's always fun to
connect
with
thank you.
Two. You guys are both great, and cannot thank you enough. Have a great weekend.
Thanks. Anytime, Pete.
You got
Anytime.
It. All right, that's Rocker. Check out Max Inc. Radio Saturday nights from 6 to 9 p.m. on WMDX live, or you can stream it at civicmedia.us, and you can check out all of their podcasts too and get lost in them. They do great work, and it's a great show. Award-winning show, Conrad. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Let's make a note to have Rocker back before that September 14th. That's a pretty cool thing they're doing there for him. So I'm going to write that down right now. You say something, will you, while I write this down? I got to give my vocal cords a rest here.
Well, Pete, I don't know.
I tied Trump for unlikability tonight. That's all I want to say.
So you can't talk anymore.
You can't talk anymore.
I watched a lot of Tacoma FD last night.
Oh, no way.
A lot. And I could say it just keeps getting funnier. Every episode I'm laughing hysterically. It is such a good show. It makes me want to be a fireman.
Well, that's not like what they do.
I'm just kidding.
I know. That is on my list. All right, I'm going to check out the Spike Lee film this weekend, and then I'm also going to check out an episode or two of Tacoma FD, and I'm probably being a little overly ambitious here, but I want to watch Alien Earth as well. So I got a lot of color television to watch. And we got David Zucker, folks, Monday night. That's exciting. I know I've talked about that a lot, but I'm very excited to talk to David about his masterpieces that are Airplane, The Naked Gun, and Top Secret. If you have not seen Top Secret, Val Kilmer is so funny as Nick Rivers. It's such a great movie, and it's that same type of humor with Airplane, The Naked Gun. Highly recommend it, but tune in for my discussion with David, 6:35 on Monday. Thank you so much to Lisa Hale for being on the show tonight and talking Dexter, and thank you to Rocker for filling in for his compadre Terry Barr tonight. Anything you want to add, Conrad, before we
go out and watch some movies this weekend?
Yeah, lots of great movies to see. So much TV to watch, so little time, folks. Have a great weekend. On behalf of the lovable producer, Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
I'll take you to your best friend.